Hi and Assalamualaikum. Welcome to the Vice Chancellor Special Project code P302 UiTM SKILL FORGE. As the name suggests, this project is initiated by UiTM's Vice Chancellor as a result of findings from the Leadership Forum towards Globally Respected University 2024. This project aims to develop a knowledge-sharing module to achieve GRU 2024 by our knowledgeable and versatile university administrators. As quoted by John Maxwell, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. We believe that there's always something that you can learn from everyone. Let's learn, unlearn, and relearn. This project gives an opportunity for administrative staff to showcase their expertise as subject matter experts (SMEs) across various fields and disciplines. This is important to ensure that the talent of the administrative staff is recognized at the world level towards achieving UiTM's mission to become a globally respected university 2024 and a globally renowned university by 2025. This initiative also celebrates the exceptional expertise and dedication of our university administrators. The two types of content sharing session platforms, each catering to different formats and audiences, are YouTube Channel, MOOCs, micro-credentials, and podcasts. Through their strategic insights, leadership, and unwavering commitment, our administrators not only manage complex systems but also inspire innovation and collaboration across departments. Why should we learn from them? You are right, because they are the industrial people of the university. Our administrators are not just managers, they are the change makers, they are innovators. Together, let's honor their contribution and learn from their expertise. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single lesson. Let's get started. Globally renowned, locally rooted.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam UiTM di hatiku, salam Malaysia Madani. Welcome to the HR Inside Story podcast, and this is one of the initiative under the Vice Chancellor Special Project aimed at achieving the status of globally renowned university. VCSP project under the code P302 or SKILL FORGE is the outcome of the Leadership Forum towards a globally respected university, which was held in a World Cafe style in 2023. Overall, the VCSP received approval from the University Executive Council on 4 October 2023. This project provides opportunity for administrative staff to showcase their expertise as subject matter expert from various fields, contributing to the development and delivery of knowledge transfer modules through the UiTM YouTube channel. In this program, we explore groundbreaking research and its impact on workplace dynamics. Today, we are honored to have Dr. Hafizah with us, a subject matter expert in organizational behaviour and a workplace psychology. Dr. Nur Hafizah Ibrahim, Deputy Registrar from Pejabat Pemerkasaan Adiwangsa, who was recently awarded a Doctor of Philosophy degree from Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, is here to share her expertise. Dr. Hafizah's research delves into a fascinating intersection of emotions, religiosity, and counterproductive work behaviour, with a special focus on innovative concepts like Kansei-Based work events. Her work provides fresh insight into how emotional, spiritual dimension influence workplace harmony and productivity. Okay, welcome Dr. Fiza, and congratulations on being awarded the Gold Award for your PhD recently. Thank you for joining us today. And to kick things off, could you briefly explain what Kansei-based work events are and why they are significant in understanding workplace behaviour? Please, Dr. Fiza.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And greetings to all. Thank you, Dr. Nini. And I would like to thank UiTM, especially VCSP team 302, for this opportunity, and I hope my humble sharing today can benefit and inspires others to do good things. Back to your question, Dr. Nini. So before I proceed on Kansei-based work events, let me briefly explain to you what Kansei is. It is originating from Japan. There is no direct translation for Kansei, but the concept that closest related to Kansei is intuition, sensitivity, and subjective feelings, reflecting the profound depth of human emotions and higher mental functions. Whereas Kansei-based work events is a workplace events that elicits employees' emotions, and it can be either positive and negative, which can influence employees' emotional responses in the workplace. Thus, it is essential to understand Kansei-based work events, as emotions triggered by such events can influence employees' attitude and behavior, including counterproductive work behavior. So basically, Kansei-based work events provide deeper and nuanced perspective on how employees emotionally respond to work environment, which is important and critical for improving organizational practices and reducing negative behavior, including counterproductive work behavior.
Okay, that's a fascinating concept, Dr. Hafizah. Speaking of workplace behavior, let's discuss what motivated you to explore the relationship between emotions, religiosity, and counterproductive work behaviors in your study.
I believe that human governance is a fundamental for organizational well-being and success. So human is a soul of corporations. They drive the system, whereas is merely an enabler. So this philosophy shaped my focus in understanding the emotional experiences, emotional well-being, and workplace behavior. Whereas the phenomenon of interest of my study is counterproductive work behavior. It refers to negative behavior that intentionally harms organizations and their members. It is viewed as unethical and which against the legitimate interests of organizations and their members. Based on previous studies, CWB significantly affect employees' well-being and the entire organizational well-being, as well as organizational performance. However, previous studies have heavily or predominantly looking into the negative side of work events and emotions in understanding CWB or counterproductive work behavior. So I was motivated by these gaps in addressing how positive work events influence emotions and employees' counterproductive work behavior. So my goal is to provide holistic understanding about CWB and how effective experiences and religiosity intersect to shape organizational behavior such as CWB.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Hafizah. It's actually interesting to hear about the motivation behind your study. And now I'm curious about your methodology approach. Why did you decide to include emotions as a mediator and religiosity as moderator in your study?
All right. It is important for us to understand that not every event will elicit emotions.
Yes.
Only those that are significant rather than trivial will have the capacity to do so. So these emotions play a key role in translating these events into behavioral outcomes, so making them a suitable mediator for examining its direct impact on counterproductive work behavior. Then when discussing about moderator, it is important to understand its role. So what moderator is, it is actually an underlying mechanism that helps to strengthen or weaken the link between study variables. So in my case, religiosity functions as a personal resources, enhancing coping mechanism, supporting adaptive emotion regulations, and promoting ethical behavior. So as a moderator, it's revealed its significant impact in moderating the link between negative work events and CWB via emotions, highlighting ways to mitigate unethical behavior in the workplace through our belief system, inshallah.
Actually, what are the most surprising outcomes of your research and how might they reshape organizational strategies?
All right. One surprising finding is that positive work events and emotions significantly predict counterproductive work behavior, even without the moderating influence of religiosity. However, religiosity plays a significant role in moderating the link between negative emotional experiences and CWB. So this suggests that organizations need to foster positive emotional experiences that enhance employees' emotional well-being in order to combat CWB. At the same time, it is important for the organizations to empower religiosity among employees in order to navigate negative emotional experiences and to reduce their tendency to enact CWB, inshallah.
Okay, those findings certainly have significant implication, Dr. Fiza. And how do you see these outcomes benefiting UiTM's staff in fostering a more harmonious workplace environment?
Okay, based on the findings, it emphasized the importance for creating the atmosphere or environment which is pleasant for the staff and the entire university's members, isn't it? So we need to minimize the negative events and at the same time to promote positive emotional experiences at work. So if I want to elaborate more or to provide detailed explanations on the measures on how to create a positive or harmonious work environment, it might take longer time. But in short, I would suggest that we should focus on the key dimensions of work events that is potential to create the positive or harmonious work environment, and at the same time it helps to enhance employees' emotional well-being, which include interpersonal, task-related, organizational policies, infrastructure, and career development. So those workplace dimensions, workplace event dimensions need to be taken into consideration when we craft strategies to create a model for employees' well-being in UiTM. And then UiTM can implement policies to promote ethical behavior by incorporating religious programs and initiatives to foster practices and religious belief among employees. And additionally, training on empowering emotion regulation strategies. There are 6 according to ALDO, which include avoidance, acceptance, decision making, rumination, reappraisal, and another one is suppression, can be beneficial to UiTM as well.
Okay, actually it's based on your explanation, it's inspiring to hear about how about your take about the inspiration, the practical applications for UiTM based on your findings.
The practical implementations, we should focus on that 5 workplace events dimensions, as I mentioned before. So when we talk about interpersonal things or interpersonal work events, so it is important to promote supportive and cooperative work environment, because this will help employees to have sound emotional well-being. And when we talk about task-related, we can look into the workload itself, because it is prevalent among the prevalent events that invoke employees' emotion, especially the negative ones. So we have to look into this as well. And it is also important to look into the role clarity to avoid ambiguity in terms of employees' roles and responsibilities in the workplace. And then when we talk about infrastructure, I think this is aligned with UiTM Happiness Index as well. We need to consider in terms of our budget when we craft the policies, when we decide for the financial matters planning in the future. So these are the things that we need to consider. And then when we talk about career development is about career advancement, in which employees need more transparent, objective, and fair policies in terms of career advancement. And then the opportunities to go for training is also important. And finally, when we talk about organizational policies, it is also important for us to craft policies that promote employees' emotional well-being, especially to provide a more constructive or inclusive policies, like when we talk about merging and unmerged things. So these are the things that we need to look into. I think that's the examples that we can take note when talk about creating atmosphere that is ambience and pleasant to employees in UiTM.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Fiza. And then, in your opinion, maybe this topic is, there are researchers that interested for this kind of field. And then, what future direction would you suggest for exploring Kansei, emotions, and religiosity further?
All right. Firstly, I would suggest future research to explore the role of specific dimensions of religiosity, like intrinsic and extrinsic, in understanding CWB and other workplace behavior. And then it is good if future research can utilize longitudinal studies, since emotion is fluctuate. It is a dynamic phenomenon. So it is interesting to explore the temporal effects of affective experiences on CWB. And then the future research can explore the impact or the influence of technological advancement and perhaps hybrid working system or virtual working system that I think it is embedded in SSPA. The current policies that we adopt from our central agency. So the future researchers can explore into this to look into its effects on Kansei-based work events and emotions. And last but not least, future research can conduct a study into different contextual cultures, different industries and work settings in order to provide better generalization.
Okay, those are excellent direction for future study. And actually, as we wrap up, let's take a broader perspective. And how can your research contribute to societal issues, like mental health awareness, or maybe ethical workplace practices, Dr. Fiza?
Okay, inshallah, absolutely. By highlighting the link between affective experiences, religiosity, and counterproductive work behavior, which is unethical behavior in the workplace, this study promotes mental health awareness by addressing emotional needs among employees in the workplace. And then additionally, it demonstrates how religiosity helps to foster ethical behavior in the workplace. So this can inspire organizations and policymakers to craft a strategy that prioritizes both emotional or mental well-being and ethical conduct. So when we talk about this is actually contributing to broader societal what you call that goals, such as Malaysia Bandani and Sustainable Development Goals, particularly SDG 16.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Fiza, for sharing your invaluable insight. Your work not only enhances our understanding of workplace behavior, but also provides a framework for creating more ethical and harmonious environments. We are excited to see how your research continues to shape UiTM especially and societal practices in the future. And with that, today's session comes to an end, and we will meet again in the future episode with invitations from administrators who are expert in their respective fields. Thank you.